Good afternoon and welcome to this weekend's edition of Mocs News. I'm Andy Jungles.
And I'm Matt Kate. SGA was dealing some green in Tuesday's weekly meeting as they spent most of their time allocating funds to student organizations. SGA spent $7,385 on reimbursements for campus organizations. They now have $57,000 left in this year's budget. Dee Dee Anderson spoke to SGA about the student activities fee and the process of allocating funds to different organizations through this fee. She also announced that a separate student athletics fee was added to every student's account in 2010, making the athletic portion of our student activities fee decrease, therefore allowing the leftover money to be dispersed to campus organizations. SGA will hold a town hall meeting Tuesday, October 16th at 7:30 in the UC auditorium. Anyone is welcome to attend. This town hall meeting wants to address all of the campus organizations and get their feedback on how SGA is doing or how they can improve communication between each other. SGA meets every Tuesday at 3:05 p.m. in the Raccoon Mountain Room. Any student or faculty is welcome to attend.
A renowned mountain biker came to speak to UTC Thursday, but this mountaineer isn't your typical mountain biker. He is blind.
The optometrist took a look and went, "Man, Bob, you've got some real stuff going on here. I can't help you." And he sent me over to a local ophthalmologist that at the time diagnosed me with a condition called proliferative diabetic retinopathy.
Spots appeared.
It's a circulatory issue that affects the eyes, and he told me I was going to have a good chance I'd be totally blind in a month, and I was. I was actually riding with a friend of mine when it happened, and just went dark red, black.
Bobby McMullen was born and raised in North California. He earned a degree in political science from Weber State University in Utah. In 1993, McMullen returned to California to attend law school. He lost his eyesight as a result of complications related to diabetes during his first year in law school. It was a sudden loss that resulted in McMullen going totally blind within a month of the diagnosis. Throughout many more hardships that led to other health failures, McMullen still finds a love in mountain bike racing.
Well, is what I love to do most, and that's ride my bike. And it's just what I choose to do in terms of what we all have passions, right? The bike happens to be mine. I just encourage everybody to have their own passion, whatever that may be.
McMullen works with a ride guide who rides ahead of him and calls out obstacles. He has raced in at least 25 downhill, cross-country, and 8 and 12-hour mountain bike events each year since 2008. McMullen was visiting UTC to share a video made about his life titled The Way Bobby Sees It.
Too rough on him, so what does he do? He decides he's going to be a competitive mountain bike rider, as if dirt is any softer than snow. But that was an interesting thing that he commented today. So we're excited to bring him to campus and have him share his documentary of Through the Eyes of Bobby, or how Bobby sees it. So we're excited to be partnering with other agencies on campus to represent Disability Awareness Month and bring some reputable speaker in.
McMullen's video is an encouragement to all to pursue your dreams even with roadblocks. You can accomplish what you set your mind to.
Just overcoming obstacles, I guess. Like life threw him a curveball, but he rolled with it, I guess.
To find out more information on Bobby McMullen or to watch the first 2.5 minutes of his movie, you can visit www.rideblindracing.com.
We have all the information about a NASA Education Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics workshop, and the results from a head-to-head sorority basketball game.
More to come, so stay tuned. We will now go to Donnie Swift, who has your weekend weather update.
Good afternoon, UTC Mocs. I'm Donnie Swift here with your weather wrap-up for this week. This week, we saw temperatures on the cool side. We're talking about highs were in the mid to upper 60s, with lows being in the upper 30s. So a lot of people were out there saying, whoa, what's going on? It seems like wintertime temperatures. But we have a warm-up coming up this weekend. For today, we're looking at a high of 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies with a low of 52 degrees. Then for your weekend forecast, as you can see, we're looking at temperatures warming up just a little bit. We're talking about a high of 79 degrees for your Saturday with partly cloudy skies in the area with a low of 52 degrees. And then for your Sunday, we see temperatures not going anywhere as we're expecting a high of 79 degrees as well with lows in the 50s. But then for your Monday, we're talking about sunshine returns as we're looking at a high of 75 degrees and a low of only 50 degrees. All right, Mocs, that does it for your weather wrap-up for this week. Just remember, the temperatures are getting on the cool side because it is fall, and we need a jacket in hand every time that you go out, especially if you have nighttime plans. All right, thank you, Mocs, and also remember, hop aboard that train and be a Moc.
Thank you, Donnie. Hello, I'm Bria Craig.
And I'm Brian Bass. A group of UTC student teachers recently attended the NASA Education, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics workshop. The workshop allowed the students to engage in a hands-on activity designed to observe the progress of an eclipse. This was the one way students learned to successfully teach elementary and middle school students. Dr. Deborah A. McAllister, UC Foundation Professor, worked with NASA to bring the workshop to UTC. The workshop provided NASA-developed lesson planning and curriculum, hands-on activities, and review-based methods for teaching science, engineering, mathematics, and technology.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Alpha Delta Pi battled it out in basketball to see who exactly was the first and finest. AKA was founded on January 15, 1908, and ADPi on May 21, 1851. Both sororities came on campus as the first. Both AKA and ADPi were the first black and white sororities in the world. They wanted to see if first and finest applied to both of them by competing in a basketball game as a mixer. AKA and ADPi played well on Thursday, but ADPi came out on top with a score of 32-8. A good game determined that both sororities are still considered the first and finest on campus.
We will send you over to Demarius, who has his interlude intermission piece.
Sports are to follow after this entertainment segment.
This week on Interlude Intermission, I talk about the popular microblogging site Twitter and its true impact on social media as well as the whole world. Over the past 6 years, Twitter has grown from a fledgling social networking site appearing as the opposite of flagship sites MySpace and Facebook to a realm of global opinion and views on the happenings of our world today. Entitled Communicate Part 2, I present my thoughts on Twitter, so be sure to tune in on YouTube and even tweet about it.
Hello and welcome to your Mocs Sports Minute. I'm Brian Bass.
And I'm Matt Cates. Let's start at the tennis courts this week because our men's and women's team hit the road for some important fall tune-ups.
The women will compete in the Ducksworth Classic at Clemson, South Carolina, while the men will play in the Tennessee Fall Invitational in Knoxville.
The softball and ladies soccer teams will head to the coast as they both face the College of Charleston and the Citadel this weekend.
The football team battles Furman Saturday at 1:30 p.m. as they try to stay in the hunt for a conference title.
Finally, it's getting cool outside, and that means basketball season is just around the corner as the guys and girls team begin practicing this Friday. Both teams will host a blue and gold game on October 30th, so come out to McKenzie Arena to support our hoops teams as they begin a new year.
That's going to do it from the Mocs Sports World. Remember to log on to GoMocs.com for all the scores and highlights, and we will see you next week.
That does it for this weekend's Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube.
We now air on the Housing Channel 98 and Cable Channel 3, so tune in. Until next time, have a great weekend from all of us here at the Mocs News.